everyone, this is Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we're talking about Faded Skates by Victoria Schade, which I got the audio off of NetGalley.
Same. And I read it too from NetGalley.
Oh, I didn't know that there was. I'll have to look and see if there was a ebook option.
I definitely read it. I just don't remember where I read it from.
Oh, I know.
It,
It was,
no, it might have been Edelweiss, actually.
no,
Anyway,
it doesn't matter. It's okay.
I mean, I can look. If you want to pause it, I can look.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so this is an Olympic romance because there's gonna be a bunch of Olympic romances in the next 6 weeks, which I'm on board for. I'm okay with that. So this book is about Quinn. She is 24 years old, and that's important because I actually ended up Googling that because I was kind of confused by that plot point. And she is trying to win a medal for Olympic skating. And this is her second chance at the Olympics. And 4 years earlier, she had gotten close, but did not medal. And 4 years earlier, she had had like a flirtation that almost went somewhere with a speed skater named Bennett. He did win the gold medal. She basically like took a sledgehammer to her life after that. They hadn't spoken to each other. He kind of ghosted her. And she like fired her momager. She got new coaches. And now she's back 4 years later and she's like changed everything about her program and her costumes and everything, and she's like, this year I'm going to go for it. Well, through a series of accidental people not reading emails, she ends up being on this show that basically every episode follows a different athlete, and they're going to follow her to possibly the Olympics, and guess who they send to interview her? And none other than Bennett. And immediately there is like a connection and a flirtiness, but he's a little older than her, and he's already had this experience, and it's kind of like, will they, won't they, can they kind of thing. I will also say they keep talking about like the age difference like in the description, and I think that it's like 5 or 6 years, which at that point I'm kind of like, okay.
Well, I don't know. It's going to be hard for me to talk about this book because my strongest thoughts and opinions are more focused on like towards the end of the book because the ghosting, that like it never they remember never really talk about it.
See, and I thought it was interesting because I never thought about that before. So they talk about how basically what happened, which I feel like this isn't really like a spoiler. Maybe I'll mark it spoilers just to be safe. But he had won, like he had spent his whole life. Everything from the time he woke up to the time he went to bed was about trying to win this medal. And he did it, and he realized he is never going to do it again. And it was kind of like about the mental impact that had on him. And I thought that was interesting. Like, I never really thought about that.
Which I think that's an interesting plot point, but the thing is, they never really like discussed it in the context of that. And then I just feel like we could have focused more on like that's the interesting story. And yes, we refer to it throughout this book, but we don't actually talk about it. We refer to it and we kind of hint at it, but I feel like we don't actually get to like see it and live it, right? Like we could, and it just I think that I don't know that I just wish there was more for that because I feel like as a romance book, like it was fine. It was fine. It was fine. And like honestly, if you're hoping for skating to happen, very little actual skating happens on the page.
Yeah.
So that was really kind of interesting.
Well, since I'm marketing it as a spoiler anyway, like her, like actually, like the Olympics, it's like, and it happened.
What? And it happened and it was great. And you're like, but like what?
But I can also see like if I wanted to write a book about Olympics, I don't know like about like, and I don't know anything about this author. Maybe the author was a champion skater. I don't know anything. I did think it was like the stuff in the Olympic Village was funny, and just because like I am such an Olympic nerd, and like the cardboard beds and like the different snacks and stuff, I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, and then like the film crew, the two-person film crew, like it was just like they were like weirdly thrown in, but not like completely. enmeshed in the story. I don't know. It was just weird. Like they were there and then they weren't, and then like
Well, I
I
was
don't know.
wondering because like there were other things that were like touched on, and since this does have on the cover an Olympic romance, like it looks like a brand. So I'm like, are there other stories that are going to connect into this?
Maybe, or maybe there already have been, and they're just by other authors. I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure. But I know, and since we're marking this as spoilers, no, my frustration is that Bennett was really kind of focused on the like how like his experience after winning the gold, and then flash forward to the end, and you're not talking about the main character's experience after the Olympics, after her second Olympics. Like, what?
But I think that was supposed to be he was alone and they were together. Their love saved her.
I know, but I don't like that then. If that's it, then I don't like that because that's not mental health. Relying on somebody else is not mental health. Yes, having a support system is, but like that's not mental health.
Um, there was something else I was gonna say, and now I can't remember.
Damsel in distress BS. No, thank you.
Oh, but I will also say I feel like books like this often, and it's even better like when like it's a hockey player. Like I feel like I automatically like give it a lot of grace because I loved the movie Cutting Edge so much. Like, and I don't even know if they like that because I don't have cable, but it used to be like every winter, particularly around the Winter Olympics, but every winter it was like it was on TBS all winter. And so like even though I haven't seen it
That's
and like I
good.
think I checked out of the library. I had to like order it in because like nobody had it. It was a whole thing. Like it had to come from another part of the state. But I feel like I said, I like automatically like have a soft spot because you know that was based on a true story. Like when I was a kid, like we thought that because it comes up and does say it's based on it, but it's very broadly interpreted from. But so yeah, I do think like I do have like a little bit of like ice skating romance tropes get a little bit more
Yeah,
grace than other tropes. I
I
don't know.
agree.
Like I said, I mean, like, but it served to me. It did what it was supposed to do. I wasn't surprised, but it was what it was.
Yeah, it was what it
Um,
was.
should we rate it?
Yeah,
Everything's out to the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it is a horse.
I think it's two for me actually because like they there was all this build up for several different plot points and then they don't even actually address it like that. No, I get that it's like a romance book and it's supposed to be cute and fluffy, but like no.
See, and like I'm at a 3 because, like I said, it did what I wanted. Like I wanted an Olympic romance. I wanted like the jokey stuff about the Olympic Village. I wanted like those like yes. And I mean, I've read other stuff. Actually, I read one not that long ago that was like a former ice skater and a hockey player. It wasn't Olympics, but yeah, like I thought it was better than this, but to me this served its purpose. It did what it was supposed to. I listened to it while I cooked the Christmas dinner. So so that is where we are on Faded Skates and we'll see you around.
Yeah.
Bye.